I may be building glass houses, and you'll see me crack a couple of times in this episode. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Raphael and I am here to review Season 2, Episode 2 of The Real Housewives Who Do Not Know How to Let Certain Things Go of Dubai. So we start the episode off with the new housewife, Talene, and we get a little bit more of her backstory, her home life. She has two daughters by the name of Sienna and Gigi. One is 3 and the other is 1. Last week, she mentioned her husband, Rafi, aka Raphael, aka Raphael 2.0, because me and him, we share a name, right? And this episode, we get a proper introduction. He does have an interesting background, though, because according to Talene, he graduated from the College of Texas, and then he moved out to Dubai to be a contractor with his father. And because of him, he's responsible for all the fancy buildings that we see on the show, I'm assuming, or in Dubai in general. So that's pretty impressive. Like, he made the Emirates Palaces, the golf courses, and other fancy buildings. So that's pretty cool. But I don't know what I expected with his background. You know, I could see why Talene would throw her music career in the garbage because obviously, you know, cha-ching, but I expected like this lavish lifestyle or this lavish house or this big house or something, but you know, something similar to Caroline Strawberry and Sergio, mostly Caroline Strawberries, because Talene says that they live on the palm tree of Dubai. That's a specific island that looks like a palm tree and it looks so pretty from afar. And anybody who lives on it, obviously they have the money, right? So here goes Sarah in the confessional. Oh, well, I don't want to live on the palm tree. It's only for people to show off their wealth. Like, oh, Sarah, you know, last week you told us, oh, I don't want to go see Beyonce, which is crazy to say out loud. Like, how dare you? And now this week you're telling us that you don't want to live on the palm tree. Like, you know, if you're going to be negative and be a Debbie Downer, just say that. You know, like, can you live on the palm tree or do you not want to live on the palm tree? Which one is it? So Rafi introduces himself to her and he's like, do you live in Dubai? And she's like, yeah, I'm an expat. Oh, okay, well, my father's been here since the 80s. He grabs their daughters and then he leaves. And, you know, Talene also described him as being her third child because he barely knows how to take care of the kids, which is very concerning because he was trying to put the shoes on them and he's just struggling. He's just like, how do you put this on? How do you do this? How do you do that? And, you know, all that money. And so they sit down to talk about Sarah's dating life and Talene is asking her a bunch of questions because she wants to match her with somebody. But Sarah, she's like, look, I'm 37. I have no time to play games with men right now. Like, I want something serious. And, you know, Sarah, you know, clearly she's a beautiful woman, right? But when she opens up her mouth, you know, it's kind of like dirt. 10 points to whoever knows who I just quoted right now. But, you know, Sarah, you know, just seeing how she moves on this show with friendships, I can only imagine how she is in a relationship. You know, she probably gaslights somebody into thinking that they're the problem or they're the issue and that she's just perfect and holier than thou. Like, it must be so annoying. But again, that's just from what we see on the show, right? Then we see Caroline Brooks walk in. And is it just me or I feel like she was slightly tipsy, slightly drunk? Because they sit down to talk about Caroline Strawberry's newfound friendship with Lisa and Ayan, how they're the new trio, they're the new Charlie's Angels, and Brooks does not like this whatsoever. Talene, you know, she's open to meeting everybody in the group, but for some reason, Brooks, she's taking this friendship thing so personal, and it's crazy to see because just last season, she was so far up Strawberry's ass that she was like, oh yeah, she's my best friend, she's this, we go way back, and now this season, she's just like, oh, well, you know what? Fuck Strawberry, fuck her, and, you know, she could have Lisa and Ayan. I don't care, you know, I have Talene. You know, me and Talene are best friends. And, you know, if you move on like that from Strawberry so quickly, what makes us think that you're not going to do the same thing to the new housewife, Talene? We also see Caroline Strawberry, Lisa Milan, and Chanel Ayan sit down to get drinks together. And like I said last week, it is crazy to me that Lisa and Caroline could put all their issues to the side and pretend like it never happened. Like, Lisa literally went up to her like, oh, hey, Caroline, so nice to see you. You look so pretty. Let's get some tea. Let's get some drinks. You know, like, you just called me an escort last reunion. Like, absolutely not. With me, we're gonna have beef forever. And you just know that as they're sitting there all together getting drinks and talking, Sergio, he's somewhere in the distance in the parking lot, just like, honey, do you need anything? You're good? Okay. Hi, Lisa. Okay, I'll be over here. Wait, did you call me? No? No? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just hearing things. Okay, I'll be over here. Are you sure you're good? You sure you don't want me to sit? Like, he's looking for any excuse just to interrupt their scene, right? So they sit down, you know, they started talking about the issue between Chanel Ayan and holier than thou Sarah. And, you know, even though I agreed to some capacity to Sarah's point last week when she was telling Ayan everything that she felt, the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, what is Sarah talking about? Like, since when did Ayan ever use her trauma as some type of excuse or defense mechanism? Oh, look at me using big words, mechanism. And the worst part is that she was trying to expose Strawberry to them by telling them, oh, well, I went out with Caroline a couple of times, and let's just say, but right before she continued, holier than thou Sarah, she stopped her and she was just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not stoop to her level. Let's not bleed on other people who caused us to bleed. Let's get a Band-Aid and put it over our wound, okay, so we could heal. And the sky is blue, the clouds are white, the grass is green. I need a manicure quickly, so let's not do that, Brooks. And that's when Brooks didn't say anything. But you know, it's sad because she claims that she has this long history with Strawberry. She was just saying that she was her best friend last season. And just like that, because you're pissed about something that she did to you, I don't know what it is at this point, all of a sudden you want to throw her underneath the bus and try to expose her on TV? Like, what kind of loyalty is that? You know, if I was Strawberry, I'll tell all of my friends, don't get your hair done at the glass house. Ayan came out with her own beauty line called, wait for it, Ayan Beauty, of course, right? And she looks so good in this scene with the camouflage look, the short hair, I love it. So she's getting all of that together, and I believe now her makeup line is actually out now, so congratulations to Ayan. She's sitting down with her husband, Chris, who's also involved in the process in the business side, and he's trying to talk, you know, business, but it's just going in one ear and out the other with Ayan because she's just sitting there looking at him like, huh? Like, she just wants to be the face and the name of the brand. That's it. You take care of the money. Then we head over to Lisa's house, and she's in the backyard playing with her kids. And then we see... give me a second. Oof, I'm sweating. Then we see... let me put the fan on. Then we see the return of Richard, aka Rich, our husband, and you know, he's there. They sit down to talk about her mom because her mom lives in Miami. She's sad because she wants Lisa to be closer to her. She wants her to move back to Miami. But Lisa, she doesn't want to do that. And instead, she wants to bring her mom over to Dubai to be closer to the kids, to be closer to her in general. On top of that, her mom, she took it a step further because she works in a hospital. She takes the night shifts just so they could be on the same time, just so they could still talk every single day and nothing changes. Like, that is so adorable to me. That is loyalty. You see, Brooks? Take some notes. He suggested just buy her apartment in Dubai or to just have her move in with them. But Lisa, she was just like, no, I don't love my mom that much. And besides, I make too much noise in the bedroom. And I'm like, oh, Lisa, so kinky. You know, I feel like sex in Dubai is a whole different experience than sex in America. Because over there, it's probably luxurious and expensive and you feel classy. Meanwhile, here in America, you ever fooled around with somebody in the backseat of their car and you know that the car has no gas, no air conditioning, the window doesn't even go up and down, one tire is flat, they forgot to put on deodorant, so now you're just sitting there smelly, gross, and sweaty, and it's in the middle of summer and you barely even like them? Like, but that's not my experience, I'm just asking. And it would be interesting to see Lisa Milan on The Real Housewives of Miami. And she's no stranger to reality TV in Miami because I know of Lisa way before she was on The Housewives. From her first show like 15 years ago, she was on a show called College Hill South Beach. And she still looked the same back then to now. And on that show, she actually got into a physical fight. So if you haven't watched that show with Lisa, I suggest you get a little bit more backstory of her back then and go watch. Holier than thou Sarah meets up with Chanel, Ayan, and her Bob to have some lunch, and both of them feel regretful for the things that they said to each other at the brunch last week. Ayan, she starts it off by telling her, I wrote you a letter to express how I feel about you, and I have it right here. Here we go. Tom's house was broken into and he confronted the burglars and he had to get eye surgery, and then my son went over to help, and then my son rolled his car 5 times on the way home. Yes, I'm under a lot of stress. So then Sarah, she was just like, I understand. I know, I completely get it. No, I get it, and I accept your apology. And I actually apologize for my role in this whole situation as well, and making you feel some type of way with my words. I'm sorry for the things that I said. But I noticed with Sarah, she'll apologize for whatever, but then she'll try to one-up you the following second, and that's what she did with Ayan. She was just like, you know what? If anything, I'm gonna give you something so you could heal. Again, Mother Teresa, she goes into her bags of tricks and she takes something out, and I'm looking at it like, what is it? Is it a toy, an action figure? What is it? So she takes something out, she gives it to Ayan, and she's like, here, put that in your hand. You're gonna carry that with you anytime you feel that your peace is disturbed or that you feel like you need tranquility. I don't want people to bleed. I don't want you to bleed on other people. That's not what we're here about in this world, okay? So I want you to take that and just keep it with you at all times and always remember me, okay? We head over to the glass house and we see Caroline Brooks and some of her employees, and they're already messing up. The general manager, he's not managing. Some of them are trying to get overtime. Some of them are not back from their lunch break. It's just a mess. So then we see the new housewife, Talene, and her daughter, Gigi. They come in to get a manicure, and I wonder if it was free or if Brooks charged them. So as Brooks is saying hi to Gigi, they're having a cute moment. She's like, hi, Gigi. Hi, Gigi. You're so cute. Say hi to Auntie Brooks. I was waiting for because the employees were looking on, right? I was waiting for Brooks to break character and say, oh, you're so cute. Did I say stop working? Like Brenda from Scary Movie 3. Did I say stop drawing? All three of them are getting their nails done. They start talking about Caroline Strawberry and this whole situation with Talene that Brooks is taking personal. Talene reassures Brooks, look, I can move on from it. It's fine. Me and Strawberry, we already discussed it. It's nothing personal. It's fine. I still want to get to know her. Brooks, she's not having it. She's like, well, I mean, she's a fake person. She's a fake ass bitch. She's fake. She's not a good friend and she's just disloyal. And I'm like, Brooks, you're getting all of that just from her little comment that she made about her falling over? Like, that's what you get out of that? Like, I just feel like there's something much more deeper or personal between both of them behind the scenes that hasn't boiled up in front of the cameras yet, because there's just no reason why Brooks is taking this whole thing personal and just has such strong feelings for it. Like, it's just not that serious. On top of that, she tells Talene, you know what, Talene, you could do whatever you want because this is the most peaceful that I've been in a very long time. And I'm like, peaceful? Then what were you before? That's concerning. And then on top of that, the producers played you, Brooks. They put a video that said 2 days earlier, and we hear Brooks saying, fuck Caroline Strawberry, she's a fake ass bitch. So what piece are you really talking about, Brooks? And if anything, I feel like her real issue with this whole situation is that she can't control Talene. She probably thought that she was gonna try to manipulate her by telling her, hey, by the way, just want to let you know that Strawberry, she said this, and this about you. And obviously we know that housewives come onto the show their first season a little thirsty for camera time and drama, and they'll blow anything out of proportion just to get that camera time. So Brooks, she probably knew that, thinking, okay, Talene is going to blow this whole thing out of proportion, what I told her, and she's going to fight against Strawberry, and boom, we're going to have drama for the show. But once she saw that her plan backfired and Talene is obviously not handling the situation as she thought she was going to handle it, now she's pissed about it because she's not in control of that. And if anything, it's making you look bad and it's making you look crazy. Then we see Caroline Strawberry and the rejected housewife, Sergio. They're still staying at her best friend Michael's house, and their room was just stressing me out. It was just way too much going on. There's a bunch of clothes all over the bed, the floor, the counters, the ceiling. I think I saw a couple of stains on the underwear. There's a bunch of shoes all over the floor. Nice shoes, but just way too many. And then on top of that, Caroline is telling us that, her daughter Yasmin, she's coming to do a college tour in America. She wants her dad to come along, and Caroline as well. But nothing for Gretchen Wieners, aka Sergio. And now Sergio, he's in his feelings about it. He's just like, I mean, why can't I come? I mean, I can fit in your luggage, right? Or up your ass, right? Because that's usually where I'm at. And Caroline, she's like, look, relax. It's just going to be me and my ex-husband. We're going to be there. This is strictly just for our daughter. That's it. But Sergio, I'm shocked, but not really shocked that he doesn't get that. He thinks that they're going to, go off and do something on the airplane or whatever in first class, and they're going to be on the Mile High Club or whatever. He starts getting emotional. His eyes are getting all teary. Caroline told him, Sergio, stop. And, from a viewer perspective, the whole situation could come off very annoying and very clingy, but I feel like if I was in Caroline's shoes, I don't think I would mind. Like, you should be obsessed with me. I want you to cry over me. But then I have to Google his age, and Sergio is actually 29. So, yes, Sergio, this thing between me and you, it's not gonna work. I'm so sorry because you're 29. I just turned 31. Like, I'm gonna have to let you go back to Caroline. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's just, it's not me. It's you. So we get to the party that Talene and her husband, Raphael 2.0, are having at their house, and everybody's arriving one by one. We see her dad, her sister, name is Lo, Sarah, holier than thou Sarah. She comes in first, and as Talene and her sister are talking, Talene is just like, yeah, me and my sister, we sound alike. Which, side note, if she would have never told us that she was from Virginia last episode, I would have assumed that Talene is from New Jersey. Like, she just gives me the vibe of New Jersey. Like, if she was to be casted on the Real Housewives of New Jersey, she'll fit right in. So then Sarah, she tells the sister, talk. Which was crazy the way she asked her. She said, talk. And if I was a sister, I would have told her, no. Like, who are you? But eventually, everybody else, they all start coming in one by one. Brooks, she comes in with her friend. And Brooks, I think she came in sober, but I'm not sure how many drinks she had at some point at this party because she quickly turned tipsy. She got drunk and she was just all over the place the second that Caroline Strawberry walked into the house. And Chanel Ayan was also there. Lisa, she couldn't make it because her mom was in town, so she went to go pick her up at the airport. And Chanel Ayan, I love this purple look. I love the whole look. She looked really, really nice. Strawberry walked in with the friend of the show, Sergio, and already Brooks, she was telling her friend, look at that fucking fake ass bitch. Oh, she's so fucking fake. I can't stand her fucking fake bitch. I'm like, Brooks, please explain what is going on. What is the problem? Even the friend had to tell her, be cool, like relax, it's not that serious. So everybody's mingling, everybody's talking. I believe Talene went over to Sarah, like, Sarah, oh, I have a guy that, wants to talk to you. And, this Michael Darby lookalike, he walked up to Sarah and Sarah's just trying to be polite, like, oh, hey. But, if I was Sarah, I would have told Talene, like, get away from me with this Apollo. Brooke, she continues drinking. She continues getting more drunk as the night goes. Strawberry, she's avoiding her. She's over there with Chanel Ayan. She's talking to her like, look, I'm not really sure what her issue is with me. Talene, at some point, she got drunk too at some point, but she was the fun type of drunk. Brooks, she's not the fun type of drunk. Like, she's the type of drunk that, yeah, you have to call an Uber, you have to call a taxi and get your ass home before things escalate. And that's where things were going at this party. Things were escalating because next thing you know, Brooks, she walked up to Strawberry and she was just like, oh, hey, love. So fake. You're over here claiming that Strawberry is so fake. She's this, that, and the third, but you're over here just going up to her, like hugging her, and she's clinging on to her, and she's like, I miss you, Caroline. You've been really mean to me lately. You've been mean to me, which lets me know that there is something going on between them because we haven't seen, at least so far, Strawberry being mean to her whatsoever. So obviously something must be going on behind the scenes. Sarah, she claims that she's seen Brooks, she's been working late. She's been in her office till 2 a.m. She's been stressed. She's been drinking a lot more. So she feels that, she's just kind of taking it all out on Strawberry, but that's too fucking bad. Everybody has a hard life in one way or another at some point in their life. So deal with it differently, but don't bring it out on somebody else, especially somebody that you claim that you're so close with. It's just crazy. So eventually that's that. Strawberry, she's trying to keep it cool. She's like, look, Brooks, like, you're the one coming on to me. Like, I don't like this. Eventually they move it to the balcony, which I'm not really sure that's the best thing to do, especially when you're drunk. But Sarah, she's like, okay, I want both of you to talk and then I'm gonna walk away, okay? I just want both of you to stop bleeding on each other, okay? She walks away, that's that. So Brooks, she starts explaining and she is just so drunk and her words, again, they start borderline slurring and she's like, I just, you're a shitty friend to me. You're a bad friend to me, Caroline. And Caroline, she's just like, first of all, no, you're the one over here, you're telling Talene that I'm saying bad things about her, that I don't like her, basically. And Brooks, that's all she had to hear. She was just like, wait, what? What? I never said, hold on, give me 1 second. So she goes to get Talene. Talene, she comes out and Talene is just like, I love that Talene, she didn't backtrack anything or she wasn't scared of Brooks just because, again, blind loyalty. She was just like, yeah, you did tell me that, she was basically implying that she doesn't like me, that you wanted some issue between me and Strawberry. And, we worked everything out and everything is okay. So I'm glad that she stood her ground. So I feel like Talene, yeah, you're a good fit for the show. Brooks, she was just like, but wait a minute, because she was the one that was talking about your pussy hole, and I'm like, excuse me? I thought we were at a classy party. What do you mean pussy hole? Like, and then Caroline Strawberry, When I tell you all, I was laughing and I replayed the whole scene like maybe like 5 times because Caroline Strawberry, all she had to hear was that. And she was just like, now wait a minute. I would never use the word vagina hole. Trying to be classy with it. I would never use the word vagina hole. But Brooks, you know, they kept going back and forth. Eventually, we saw the front of the show, Sarah Hill, he comes out and, you know, he just couldn't wait to jump into the scene. He was just like, I don't like this. I don't like what's going on. I don't like what's going on. And I'm like, Sarah Hill, again, you need to walk away. Like, you need to let your housewife do housewife things. And it's already bad that Caroline doesn't really know the housewife game like that. Like, everybody else on the show is 10 times faster with their words. Caroline, it takes a minute for her to say something. And you make it no better because you're always trying to pull her away from drama. Like, no, pull her into the drama. Like, if anything, you should be a good husband and you should be cheering her on from the door. Like, honey, go, get her, get her. But instead, you're over here trying to take away the camera time from her. So Strawberry, she's so annoyed over this. Her and Talina are telling Brooks, look, me and her, we have gotten over this issue. Like, it's not that serious. We laughed about it. Even Chanel Ayan comes out. So now now the whole party's on the balcony. Chanel Ayan is like, look, we all laughed at this whole joke. It wasn't nothing serious. So, ha, let's move on. Funny. That's that. That's that. Caroline Strawberry, she gets up. She had enough of this. She's like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. She's drunk and no. So she walks away and Brooks is left there. Talina's left there and... yeah, again, Caroline Brooks, your whole plan that you concocted or that you thought that was going to work in your favor is obviously backfired on you. You need to slow down with the drinking because, you know, you go from 0 to 100 for no reason. And this is not the first time that we've seen it. We've seen her behavior like this on season 1. So, you know, that was that. But it was a cute episode. And again, Talene seems very promising. Brooks, yeah, I feel like she's going to fall out with everybody on this show. And you know, yeah, it's only a matter of time before her and Talene, that whole friendship goes down the toilet. So we shall see. Let me know what you all thought about this whole second episode down in the comments. Bye, everybody. Mwah.